Look, there is so much. There is such a frequency today of chemtrail traffic that it's insane. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Look, I've been seeing today a lot of curvy, wavy chems. You can see them everywhere, dude. You got the stairway. They're also they're setting up what looks like a sky snake. Like when I say a sky snake, that's really just means a pattern. But sometimes it does manifest into a very serpentine type of a configuration. Like literally, it really looks like a fucking serpent. We've caught the alligator Leviathan cloud, man. I've seen all kinds of stuff. This is actually where I found chemtrail blue beam Messiah right here at Bro's house. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like to go post up at people's house and get a different location. I like multiple locations of observation. See, man, like I said, once again with the collabo, there's no one locally that will collab with me. You know what I'm saying? And look, trust me, I can't even get no one to train kung fu. I'll teach you some badass shit, but nobody's wants to commit the time to it. You know, and it makes it harder for me to train, man, too, sometimes, because it's all a self motivation. You know, I mean, and you know, I've only been doing it for probably about 8 years. And when I started, I really wasn't into hardcore kung fu. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't into the real kung fu. I was just kind of dabbling, outsider perspective, looking in. I've always had grapples. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I read this book by Bruce Lee, and it cracked open that fortune cookie there. And then when I started studying other martial artists, I knew what they were talking about, because he kind of condensed it a little bit in his books. Well, at least the book that I read was the one that his wife wrote it about him. But basically, like Bruce Lee said, it's like, look, a target ain't always meant to be hit. You need something to aim at. In other words, you need a goal that you can accomplish. And you need to set your mind to aim and hit that target. And even if you miss 100 times, eventually you're going to start hitting it. And then you're going to hit it 100 times in a row. Then you're going to hit it and break the target and hit behind the target 100 times in a row. And I mean, it's the process, man, of building up. It reinvigorated my life, and it gave me a new goal to attain. And look, I've gained much kung fu, but I've had an actual freedom to pursue it because of my situation. But you know, for whatever you gain, you got to compromise. You're gonna lose something else. So you know. And that's what I read in these high-level books. They're saying, like, look, if you really want to pursue this to the end, you have to acquire a massive fortune and pay all your bills in advance, basically, so you can truly pursue it without having to commit your energies elsewhere, like in normal day-to-day life. So, lucky enough, God has provided for me a time frame to solely dedicate to things other people are too busy with day-to-day, the cares of the world, really to dabble into. So, I mean, that's like I said, people think that I'm walking under a curse, but it's like such a blessing to have the materialism stripped away. It actually was beautiful. It's not bad. Because, I mean, the Bible says that anyway, that you're supposed to sell all your stuff and follow him. You know, but unless sometimes, man, you got to have a drastic thing to even make it happen for you. You know, in other words, it's like I was standing there on the edge of the deep end, and God went to go ahead and kicked me in the water, and here I am. This is what happens when you learn how to swim and dive.